All right. There was a lot of stuff going on there. So I was using the looper and I come up with my initial loop. And when things got a little crazy, I hit the undo button and it took off the last thing I looped when I had it in record enable mode. You can also do a once thing. I tend to do some of that. If I'm doing soundscape stuff, I'll do full speed down to half speed and turn it backwards and all kinds of other stuff. But let's go over some effects on that. So I had it really wet over here, my Expression 3. And then I had two different delays on and two different reverbs on. So that was the eighth note delay and the Cosmos echo at a half note delay. And I also had this huge searchlights on. So let me clean this up and just show you how I think of a loop. So before I do any of that, though, I want you to know the Cosmos echo, the main echo I was playing with, was going into the looper. So everything I played that had delay on it was being recorded into the looper. Okay. So if I recorded that, I'll show you. 3, 4. So that loop was recorded with the delay on my signal. So now, the delay's on my signal. And then downstream are more time-based effects. So now I'm going to exit the looper. I'm going to leave the looper on. I'm going to turn the delay off in front of the looper, and now all you're going to hear is basically my feet playing effects pedals. I am not physically playing the guitar right now. So now I'll put a huge reverb on it. Now I'm going to try a quarter note delay. Now I'm going to manipulate that quarter note delay. I'm tapping along, and it won't be perfectly in time, so you'll hear a glitch. Now I'm going to try the eighth note delay, because this is after the looper. Now I'm going to try both delays and then tap to manipulate. I love doing the really slow ones because you hear it break space-time. Okay, so I like this 6-button looper. It is very similar to the boomerang I had. And let's see, I want to show you how you can let trails trail off. This is also a low cut and a high cut. So I turn down the playback of the actual loop, and then the overdubs are even lower than that. So now I'm just going to leave it on recording, and it will be like a super long delay that trails off. Check this out. This is a really cool trick. I did this same exact thing with the boomerang back in the day. And then you can roll off the roller pedal on the boomerang and fade out your loop. Now, you could also assign that to expression pedal 1 here, or any expression pedal, or by a boomerang, or whatever you want to do. You can do this with an analog looper as well. That's why I'm bringing it up. I don't have it tied to this. I could easily do it. Let's see. Now I'm in expression pedal 1. Expression pedal 1. And I go, let's see. My max value with the pedal all the way up is going to be 1.5. And then the minimum value, I'm going to pull it way down. Okay, so I'm max. So I can fade out that loop on expression pedal 1, and then I can fade it back in. I can fade it back again. So now I can keep it way down there in volume. I can leave the looper and go treat the loop now with time-based effects. I'm still in expression 1, so I can turn the loop up right here. Now I'm going to play a solo into the looper with the delay that's in front of the looper, so it will record the delay. Now I can hit undo, and it will undo that loop. And that's some cool ways to use a looper to help you practice. You can craft ideas. You can come up with different guitar parts that hopefully will work well together. You can practice scales over chords. You can use it for a freeze. You can highly affect your loops with huge reverb pads and turn it into something that doesn't even sound like a guitar. You can sound like an entire orchestra almost. I haven't even scratched the surface of Helix, to be honest with you. And when I first got my Boomerang in 1998, there at Broadway Music Consignments in Nashville, Tennessee, I got it for, I want to say it was $150, was a screaming deal then. Because I knew they were a little more than that for sure. I think they were $300. But when I got that thing, I incorporated it in my live rig. And then when I wasn't at gigs, I was at home trying to dream up how to use it. And I just had so much fun with it. The cool thing with the Boomerang was I would run the mono loop out of the Boomerang into a Boss DD5, and DD5 was stereo out to 2 amps. So I had that signal panned. And that sounded really amazing. And the cool thing is now I can do everything in this box right here at my feet. No amps, no heavy pedal board. This thing weighs 14 pounds. I can't tell you how many Helix units I have talked people into buying. I just absolutely think, for the bang for the buck, for the flexibility, for the sounds, they keep upgrading, and everything about it's just perfect. So hopefully that'll give you something to kind of shed on and come up with some ideas of your own. Always never hesitate to send me any questions you have, or tell me ways that you use gear that inspires you to come up with ideas. I would love to hear about that too. We're here to learn, so let's do it together. Thanks so much for all the new people on the channel and for chiming in and telling people about what I'm doing here. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great week coming up. Thanks so much.